What is up? It's your boy JNW Boss in the building. We are here for the final episode of All Out Revolution before breaking boundaries, emanating from New York. But tonight, we're not too far. We're in Albany, New York. So let's go ahead and run down some of the match cards. First off, we have 2 Squad Up member Big Mac taking on Twisted Disciple member Colin Kane. Now, given the ambush that Colin Kane suffered at the hands of Big Mac and JB, Colin Kane is out for a measure of revenge. Is he going to get it here tonight against Big Mac? And then Gloria, ahead of her Women's Championship match against Carmen, will face the returning Candy Vega in singles action. This is the first time we've seen Candy Vega since Onslaught. And Gloria was her final opponent, so can she get a measure of revenge? And in our main event, champion versus champion Brian Dexter versus Jackson Wade, the global champion versus the AOR world champion. And if Brian Dexter wins, then RJ's last chance stipulation over Jackson Wade will be lifted. But coming up next, we will kick things off with a one-on-one contest that Nate Shield will take on Derek Walker ahead of his world championship match at Breaking Boundaries against Jackson Wade. So without further ado, I say let's get the night started with this one. Nate Shields, probably more determined, probably more ready to go than ever before. You know, they have a huge opportunity awaiting him at Breaking Boundaries. But tonight, our opening contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 286 pounds, the Maniac, Nate Shields. Well, saying tonight, Nate Shields got to go through Derek Walker, and admittedly, I'll say this about Derek Walker: some tell me this dude is motivated. Some tell me Derek Walker knows the opportunity that he has in front of him if he can beat someone the likes of a Nate Shields. I mean, Nate Shields, I'm pretty sure, is going to go into Breaking Boundaries in New York. He's going to go into Breaking Boundaries ready to go. This is going to be his first chance ever. This is going to be his first opportunity ever to challenge for a world championship. And you know Nate Shields is going to want to make the most of it. Because up to this point, everybody always sees Nate Shields as a step behind Dwayne. Dwayne you can argue, has had the more successful singles career over Nate Shields, when the only 2 things Nate had to name are tag team title reigns, both with Dwayne Fraud. Well, actually, and his opponent from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 254 pounds, Derek Walker. Well, actually, that would be 3-time AOA Tag Team Championship reign, because one of them he had with Monster, but it didn't even last at the end of the episode, so I can see why that one mentally slipped my mind there. But nonetheless, Derek Walker had a golden opportunity in front of him to be a #1 contender for the World Championship and to really kind of elevate his stock here. And if you are Nate Shields, you definitely don't want to overlook this one. I do know that Nate Shields, he's going to be keeping it focused, going to be keeping his eye, and especially these years on what happened with Jackson Wade in tonight's main event when they're facing Brian Dexter. But you don't want to overlook Derek Walker, because I say it before and I'm going to say it again. And his win-loss record may not show it, but I believe Derek Walker, whenever he's able to find that footing inside the ring, whenever he's able to find his grasp inside this ring, and come up with some type of game plan or better plan of attack for his opponent, I believe that Derek Walker got everything it takes to be great. Admittedly. I mean, we've seen him take it to some of the best here time and time again. He owned the victory over a former global champion in Kaden Mile, or who is now the former global champion in Kaden Miles. He owned the victory over him, and he owned the victory over Omar Baldwin here. So Derek Walker, he's been on he had a spark of brilliance. We've seen it. But then ever since then, he kind of went a little bit cold here. This is the first time we're seeing him since the Onslaught pay-per-view. And ladies and gentlemen, as this matchup gets underway, I would like to take a moment to welcome you guys to another edition of All Out Revolution. As mentioned before, this is the final AOR episode before Breaking Boundaries, and the final AOR episode before the upcoming draft, which will be taking place after Breaking Boundaries. This may be the last time we see any of these guys on this show, depending on the result of the draft. So, of course, at any point during this episode, you feel so inclined, feel free to click the like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell icon. That way you don't miss another AOA, AOR, or TNA upload. Second time these two men get a clean break here, but Derek Walker going to take a moment to show off, and Nate Definitely not gonna waste time. But definitely not afraid to show off himself in the arrogance department. And Derek Walker, great job taking down the bigger man Nate Shields, going to work with the elbow now to the side of the neck, and again, talk about a good way to mess up somebody's neck ahead of a Big World Championship matchup, and Derek kind of just bullied him a bit there. But wait a second, let's not discount the wrestling ability of Nate Shields catching them with a roll-up. And Nate going back to showing off again, not afraid to be cocky in Nate Shields. Derek Walker, we're not going to take that. Caught him with a straight right hand and now pushes off Nate. I mean, let's not discount the ability of Derek Walker. A solid knee. A shot to the midsection, trying to go for an axe handle. The elusiveness of Nate to roll out of the way. Yeah, counted them off of the flapjack, and now Nate sending Derek off into the ropes, and now the power of Nate Shields coming into play. Nate Shields got Derek Walker in a world of trouble. Spine first, off the apron. Here we go, up and over. And then, by the way, real quick, there's one more match that was not listed on the match card graphic that I would like to announce. That in tag team action. Oh, man. The Millennium Riders are here to face a special test for Wolfpack. So we're going to see what tag team that is. And we might be a step closer to that matchup, because this match may be over. And Nate Shields was going for that discus big boot. That discus big boot, I'm sorry. But Derek was able to counter him. Tiger suplex connect, straight into a cover. And a kick out at 2. Great awareness on the part of Derek. And good job on the part of Shields kicking out, but good job on Derek again to fire back. Great back suplex, dropping down Nate Shields. You know, again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I believe when Derek is able to, and look at it, and we're seeing it right now. I mentioned before how Derek got the spark, that we've seen spark of greatness from Derek, and we're seeing it right there. And a little bit of showmanship on the part of Derek too, with that delayed vertical suplex. Ooh, and then spine first right into the corner, and dropping him down, kick to the back right there, and Derek Walker now got Nate Shields in his line of sight. And he's going to continue the offense. Electric chair this time. Right combination into the electric chair, but not expecting that. And Nate is really kind of having a fight on the back foot here. As he's been getting it taken to him here at the hands of Derek Walker. Ooh, right first into the corner. Wait a minute. Oh! What a front slam from Derek. Again, just showcasing his power. Straight into a cover here. That might be a wrap. And no, it is not. Nate Shields able to kick out. And if you're Nate, this is kind of what you wanted to avoid. You don't want to be in the ring with someone that got all this power like a Derek Walker. And now Derek got Nate in the line of sight. Boot him dead in his face. A rough way to go. And now the air raid crash. Derek might be a step ahead of the game here. Derek might wouldn't have this matchup in the bag. Is he gonna walk the line with Nate Shields? Well, get to the midsection. Great counter on the part of Shields. Trying to fight back in this matchup. He was on the back foot for the first portion of this matchup. But look at that exploder suplex. Nate kipping up, and he's wearing the rock and roll. Waiting on Derek to get back up to his feet. This isn't a good look for Derek. Derek now within a heap of trouble. The jumping clothesline, taking down Walker, and I'm sure Jackson Wade is probably watching backstage, seeing what Nate Shields is all about. Because this is what Jack. Oh man! Rope first off the top rope. Great elusiveness by Derek. This might be it. Oh, block them all. These two big men shoulders charging each other. They ready to rock, boys. You do trading back and forth here. Oh, hip right hand. Oh, right across the face. Great combination. Chop them again. Chop them again. Dragon suplex. Dumping him on the back of his head. Oh, a kick out at 2. What an exchange by both men. And now, this is Nate's chance to, I was about to say this is Nate's chance to bring this one home. Dodges the clothesline. Dodges the shot right there. Oh, great knee to the face. Good job getting him in that front face lock position. Fall away slamming. Oh, man. The fall away slam in the leg of Nate Shields. Getting caught all in the rope there. And Derek going to show off a bit, showing off. And he got that power, and he's clearly displaying that here. Taking the fight to Nate Shields. Spinning powerbomb. Oh! We've seen him put people away with that thing. I thought he were going to go for it right there. But the answer is going to be a no to that one. Discus Big Boot connects this time. Nate Shields is one step away. He's one step away from having this one in the bag. Nate Shields can walk in. I mean, he's already in his home state. He can walk into there with even more momentum. They're thinking about taking Derek to the asylum. Derek was able to counter. Got him up over his head. Look at this. Airy crash dropping him down. Straight into a cover. Derek Walker may have this one here. 2. Oh, wow. Derek Walker felt like he had that one, but don't get too worried. Don't get too stressed out. You still got a chance. You still got a moment here that you can make for yourself. Caught him with the axe handle and now showing off to the crowd. Dude, I wouldn't worry about the crowd right now. I would not worry about them. You got a golden opportunity. He's firing himself up here. Spinning power bump. No, Nate has that one scouted apparently. He was trying to go for it for the second time. Gets a no for his answer. Spear. Nate Shields breaking him in half with that one. And now this is the moment that Nate Shields can put this matchup away. He got Derek in the corner. Is he thinking? Is he going to hit that insanity drive? Yes, he's going for it. Derek is stunned. Insanity drive. Connect. And now, I think there's only one last place for Derek to go. To the asylum with Derek Walker. Straight into the cover. And that's a wrap. What a win for Nate Shields. What an outing for Derek Walker. Both men brought their A game. Here's your winner, the Maniac, Nate Shields. And I hope that Jackson Wade, even though preparing for his match, was watching that performance from Nate Shields. That's what you're going to have to deal with, Jackson, for your AOR World Championship. Please don't get that part twisted. Nate Shields is going to be coming for you, and he's going to be probably one of the biggest challenges of your career. Nate Shields celebrating with his hometown state. Wait, who the heck is behind? Oh, no. Oh, goodness. Brandino, a Top Class Warrior member, jumping Nate Shields. And you can't say, you can definitely say this is because of Jackson Wade. And of course, letting him know he's #1 in his book. And Top Class Warriors, of course, you had a feeling that they were going to have something up their sleeve. You had a feeling that Top Class Warriors were going to do something to Eagles landing connect. Good grief. This is ridiculous. This is clearly the work of Jackson Wade, who's the leader of Top Class Warrior. That's Brandino probably trying to do some atonement for his failure last episode to capture the global championship. And from all accounts, by the way, Jackson Wade has informed everybody that failure will not be tolerated in Top Class Warrior. And Brandino looking to be doing some atonement right here tonight. Oh, no, come on. No, come on, he's trying to end Nate's career. Oh, thank goodness he was able to dodge that. Thank goodness he was able to dodge the steel chair. And Nate Shields able to come back and clap him with a shot of his own. Nate Shields with the steel chair now. Sending a firm message that he's ready for anything that Jackson Wade has to throw at him. Thank goodness for the elusiveness of Nate Shields, and now Nate got Brandino to the asylum on the steel chair. And as far as you go, Brandino, you can take that chair and stick it where the sun don't shine as far as Nate is concerned. And now, Nate Shields leaving this place the same way he came, standing. And tonight, he is victorious. What an opening contest, and Brandino collecting himself in shame and hobbling his happy-go-lucky tail out of the arena. I mean, if you are Nate Shields in this one, you're happy. You're happy about that. You're happy about your performance, and you're moving on to breaking boundaries as we move on to someone else that has the first opportunity at a world championship opportunity. The following women's contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 187 pounds, Gloria Bath. Well, Gloria Bath making her way down to the ring here. She is, again, as mentioned before, getting her first opportunity for a world championship as she faces Carmen for the women's championship at Breaking Boundaries. But right now, she has to deal with a returning Candy Vega. Talk about someone who's going to be coming back with all types of anger, all types of aggression, all types of venom directed towards Gloria. Because it was Gloria and Haley, which is the reason why the Vegas weren't around for a while. It was just straight embarrassment that happened to them. And Candy Vega clearly... Oh, wow! Whoa! And her opponent, accompanied by Sassy Vega from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 197 pounds. Please welcome back Candy Vega. As I mentioned before, the last time we saw Candy Vega was back at the Onslaught pay-per-view when her and Sassy lost a tag team matchup to the team of Gloria and Haley, which led to Haley turning on Gloria, but then that's a whole different story altogether. But Candy Vega's back, and again, what a great opportunity for her too, to get a measure of revenge on Gloria and to potentially put herself in prime championship contender position. That's assuming she survives the draft. That's also assuming that's assuming Gloria doesn't win. That's assuming Candy survives the draft. But then again, if you pick up a win ahead of a big pay-per-view, and you know good and well that the Ice is going to be watching the show, the Ice and Mr. Bloomberg are going to be watching the show, ahead of Breaking Boundaries, just to see potential scouting. Even though I will say, I do know firsthand that Mr. Bloomberg will not be actively a part of the draft, that he will leave the selection up to the Ice and Miss Christina Miller, more on the draft as we get closer to it. And nonetheless, Candy Vega starting out pretty hot here, stomping the brake, beating the brake off of Gloria, letting her know that, hey, I'm back, I'm here, I'm no longer looking like a Oompa Loompa, I'm about to be serious, as serious can be. She ditched all the fancy makeup, and my hair was kind of like a funk type gimmick, like a futuristic type stuff, and I dig the vibe, I really do. I'm gaming myself, I'm kind of into that stuff, it's good stuff, a good vibe to have, change is always a good thing, and right now we're seeing Candy look great here in the start of this one. Here we go, the height on that one, beautiful Meteora taking down Gloria Bath on the outside. And I think we're about to see a different side of the Vegas here. That's abundantly clear. I mean, just look at how aggressive Candy is at starting this matchup. Oh, man. He's planting her down into the mat, straight into a cover here. Two, and a kick out at 2 on the part of Candy Vega. And now, or the part of Gloria. Sorry, 2 Candy, my apologies. And look at this, what a net breaker. And so far, I don't think Gloria was expecting any of this out of Candy Vega here. Gloria finally tried to go for a shot there. That didn't work. Oh, a knee strike sending Gloria to the outside. And here we go. Look at this. Beautiful Hurricane Rana on the floor now from Candy Vega. Candy is feeling this one. And the crowd, admittedly, here in Albany is behind Candy as well. They probably want to see the Vegas actually succeed. And hopefully now, if it doesn't mean that Gloria and that Sassy and Candy aren't going to try to be kissing up to Gloria. They're going to, oh man. They're going to hopefully try to make their own name for themselves. And Candy got a golden opportunity to do that if she can beat Candy here tonight. Ooh, good right hand there. Beautiful work. And look at it. Oh, great vertical suplex, and Gloria finally able to get them off and rolling after Candy missed from the top rope. Over the Meteor again, and then that time she got it with the Widow Pete working on the neck. And now, and also the knees of Candy smashes in that mat again, and the elbow drops now from Gloria. And now Gloria going back to this well. It's been a minute since we've seen her do these elbows, and she's doing it effectively here. I mean, Gloria, she got this habit of like chaining moves together. And talk about being a disruptor. I mean, a disruptive force when she gets on a roll. Great shot again. Look at that dragon suplex. Putting down Candy Vega straight to a cover and a kick out at 2. Gloria Badge now got Candy Vega. Got Candy in all types of trouble. Great cross body. Still trying to go and move hard. Anyway. I see Sassy on the outside. I'm going to get distracted. Backbreaker. And now this is where we see the toughness of Candy. How did that pay off? And looks like it paid off pretty well. And she's back in it once again. I was about to question it, but Candy said, nah, forget that, man. You ain't about to question nothing about me. I got this. I'm on one. Michinoku driver. Didn't do a cover instantly, but ring awareness is a great thing to have, and that wasn't the best use of it right there. Now Candy got a chin lock locked in, and now going to get an extra shot in. Let go of the chin lock. I can make some choice there. I guess Candy's a professional. I'm not, but Gloria's showing that athleticism, flipping over the top, and the oh! That good grief. And you know, Eddie feeling that one clearly. Ooh. Hard. Spine first. Right into the turnbuckle, and instantly Candy going to the apron to get some reprieve, but maybe she may have did that to get an advantage here. Got her with a sunset flip here. Sunset flip that might be a wrap. No, it is not. Candy Vega knows that she got a golden opportunity ahead of her to beat a #1 contender. Trying to go for a drop kick. Great counter there from Gloria. Got her up over the shoulder. Look at that. Oh, excellent. Excellent work. Now, we usually see her set that up for the drop the bait, but that time she went for a cover. Not a bad idea, but Candy was able to kick out. Uh-oh, she's waiting on her. She's waiting on her. She's waiting on her. Drop the base. Let's go. Oh, what a DDT. Tried to drop the bait. DDT countered. Candy Vega down. Herb Stomp. Keeping that move still in her arsenal. Going for a cover now. Candy Vega may have Gloria right here. Oh, kick out at 2. So close. Wow. Now Candy Vega going to the top rope here. Gloria down. Gloria making it back to her feet, but she might not want to turn around. She ain't going to like the view. Meteor again. And I think Candy might want to expand her top rope repertoire. As for the second time in this matchup, that move did not connect. And now Gloria, the 2 splash. Ooh, not first again. Hard, just right into the corner. And now, you think Gloria go for this before. Oh! Good 2 splashes. Wait a minute, this time she flips out of it. Beautiful. Candy striking away. Snapmare. Oh, sliding forearm. Excellent work on the part of Candy. Candy's looking great here in her return to All Out Revolution. Can she put the match away, though? That's what I mean. Expand your offensive repertoire. Good job with the elbow drop. Keep it simple but effective. And that effective elbow drop may lead to a victory here. And, wait, shift right hand. Straight, wait, you're going to get her, try to grab her. Drop the base, got it. Counter the shot, said screw it. I'm just going to drop the bait right here. And she does. Excellent work. Gloria said, forget this. I got it open and I'm going to walk right through it. Here's your winner, Gloria. Gloria to walk right through that opportunity and won this matchup. But what a matchup for Candy too. Sassy's looking a bit disappointed, but you can't even say that, that Candy didn't fight hard, man. Hey, excellent work. Good job. Beautiful. Carmen, I hope you were watching that. Because that breaking boundary is going to take a lot to put me down. Yeah, I may be a little winded right now, but I can promise you, at breaking boundaries, I'm going to push forward and give you absolutely everything that I got within me to become the women's champion. Because I can promise you, that championship means the world to me. That's been my goal ever since I stepped foot here in All Out Revolution. So Carmen, at breaking boundaries, you can kiss that women's championship goodbye, because it will be going around my waist. Well, you're pretty you speak of the women's champion, and here she comes. Here comes Carmen, making her way down to the ring, and I think these two have definitely developed a bit of a rivalry here. All because of Gloria, that championship. I find it great that you have all your dreams and your aspirations, and you got this willingness, you got this drive to become the women's champion. But newsflash, Gloria, life isn't a fairy tale. You don't get to see, the romance at the end of the film. You don't get to have the triumph at the end every single time. Gloria, at breaking boundaries, I'm going to admit, you're going to be a tough fight. But after that match, you're going to be nothing more than a blip on the radar of the reign that I've been having. I've beaten some of the best women here. I've beaten Kimiko, Ashley, Chloe, and I've dominated everybody else I stepped in the ring with, you included. So I hope all of your family members sit down and watch Breaking Boundaries, because what they're going to see is a perfect example of why you have never been in my league and why you will never be the All Out Revolution Women's Champion. Carmen, I find it real funny that you mentioned me being a blip on your radar. I find that funny because the reason you're here is because XTV saw you as a blip on the radar. Woo. Now, I'm going to admit, you came here and made an impact and you became women's champion. I'm proud of you for that. But at Breaking Boundaries, you're going to know the feeling all too well, because I'm going to beat you. I'm going to become the women's champion. And then once again, you will go back to being irrelevant. You will go back to being a waste of space. And you, Carmen, are going to be a blip on the radar. Well, we're talking heavy. Oh, wait a second. Carmen tried to take a swing. Backfire. Oh, my goodness. Carmen tried to take a swing. Clearly that back. Oh, well. It'd be the scene at Breaking Boundaries, though. Holding that women's championship, we know in this business, sometimes holding that championship too early can be a curse. But that may actually be the scene leaving Breaking Boundaries. I hope Glory didn't jinx herself with that. But nonetheless, she leaves standing tall. champions regained them, though. Hey, O'Brien. Listen, I know my first interaction with you was not the greatest, okay? I'll admit, yes, I was wanting my hands on Jackson Wade, and then here you came, and what happened there, it happened. But I can't help but to say thank you for what you're about to do tonight. You're one of the most selfless guys I've ever seen in this business. You could have easily walked out there and told Jackson Wade that you wanted the world title shot. Instead, you're making sure I get my shot back. And for that, Brian, I got no choice but to say thank you for that. And if you ever need anything, you're forever in my debt. You know, RJ, you don't have to thank me. Because I mean what I said. That the actions of Jackson Wade is not becoming of what a champion should be. A champion takes on all challengers, no matter who they are, no matter how many times they've been in the ring with them. So RJ, you don't have to thank me. But I will ask of one thing from you. After I beat Jackson Wade and after you get your world championship opportunity back, the only thing I ask of you is I get to face you one-on-one. Non-title. Or, if you want a shot at the global championship again, your choice. But the only thing I ask is to prove myself against one of the best in a proper one-on-one contest. You know what, Brian? You're on. Good luck tonight. Looks like these two reached a little agreement here. I mean, it is pretty bold of what noble, what Brian Dexter doing tonight in the main event. But I wish him luck. That's all I'm going to say. The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at a combined weight of 445 pounds, Sean and Brian Walter, the Millennium Riders. Well, the Millennium Riders set to dress in all white. Boy, looking good. But the Millennium Riders set for tag team action tonight against a particular test from Wolfpack, whatever that test may be. And I'll also add this. At Breaking Boundaries, these two will challenge Wolfpack for the AOR Tag Team Championship. Now, admittedly, up to this point, both the Millennium Riders and Wolfpack kind of struggling a little bit here. So if you are Wolfpack in this exchange, after picking up a win last week, you now feel like you got your confidence back. And if you're the Millennium Riders, you're hoping you can beat this experienced team. Let's go. And their opponent, at a combined weight of 441 pounds, Young Lee and Tenshi, the Asian Persuasion. Well, let me tell you this, Young Lee and Tenshi are set to rock and roll against the Millennium Riders, and this match was approved by the Ice and Christina Miller ahead of the draft. Kind of getting the spirit of the draft, you may say. And if you are, well, this one ends the other match with Big Mac and Colin Kane later tonight. But when it comes to Young Lee and Tenshi here, these two have been to war with Wolfpack before. This is another team that's been to war with Wolfpack before over the tag team title. So imagine if you're able to beat this team here, what that does for your stock if you are the Millennium Rider. Then imagine what it does for your confidence. Imagine what it does for your momentum and all of that. And from all accounts, Young Lee and Tenshi here, they are definitely looking to turn their careers around. They remember a time where they were at the top of the food chain as the AOA Tag Team Champion. Ever since they lost the title, they have not been able to get back to that point. Let's see them get back to that point. Oh my goodness. Can they get back to that point here tonight? Ryan Walter approach with a bit of caution, and he kind of just got the bot kick right in the face. Oh! Good grief, and an excellent follow-up there. And Brian Walter is now in trouble. Probably didn't expect that type of start out of Young Lee to get straight Savant kicking right in the face. But that's kind of what you got to prepare for in a cross body. Taking both men out to the floor. Look at Sean trying to springboard. Oh, Young Lee being the AOA being the tag team veteran that he is, saw that coming from a mile away and just sidestepped the heck out of Shawn, unless he has some great ring awareness, and that's also a good thing I got to commend him for as well. Young Lee got Bryan in trouble. Bryan is getting kicked from here to Timbuktu and back. Hold on. Way to work if you are the persuasion here. Young Lee, chop to the chest, forearm again, big kick to the rib. I got my anatomy for 5 seconds there. The tag is made. Here comes Tenshi, and look at this, the double shoulder tackle taking him down. Now Tenshi putting in work, kick to the chest by Young Lee, falling into a backbreaker. Not necessarily legal, but for sure effective. And the beatdown continues. Into recover, not a bad idea. Shawn able to break it up. Good on him. But Young Lee was ready to go. Head scissors, taking him down. All right, now the Millennium Riders are already in trouble. They got to challenge for the Tag Team Championship at Breaking Boundaries. So now, he's get the mess out of this dude. Not even going to let him drop, but we're going to pick him right back up. Send him into the corner. Tag is made. Young Lee back in this one. That was a double shoulder tackle. Double shoulder tackle right there from him down. Bombing him out. And Young Lee, beautiful. Shawn able to get in there and make the save again, but he's caught with a spine buster for his effort. Wow. And if you are the Asian persuasion, this is the type of stuff you want to avoid. You've been wanting to avoid if all possible. Springboard. He's trying to go for a forearm. Great counter there from Bryan, and Bryan now trying to turn this one around. Great couple of forearms and a heel kick. And then back up to his feet here. Shot right there to the jaw of Young Lee, trying to turn this one around. Bryan now got Young Lee off on the other side of the ring. What the world? I seen him hit it, that torpedo DDT. I love it when stars get risque and go for that one. And they nailed it once again. Excellent work. Blowing back on the inside. The Millennium Rider got a golden chance to get back in this matchup here. Springboard. Didn't connect all of that one. But Bryan and Young Lee are both down. And the Millennium Rider need to spin this one back in their favor here. Tag is made. Shawn finally gets in this matchup, and watch him go to work here. Excellent. And Bryan got Young Lee. This is illegal. This is definitely illegal. I'm not going to sit here and say it is. It isn't. That's illegal. It's effective. Now Bryan needs to get outside the ring. Now. Thank you. Shawn rolling in heavy with a drop kick here. Excellent work on the part of Shawn. Shawn now got Young Lee in a world of trouble. Asian persuasion now need to kind of... Then the Millennium Riders hasn't been able to land that properly, at least yet. And the fight continues here. And German suplex. Excellent follow-up on the part of Shawn. Right there. There we go. We got something in mind for Young Lee. Here we go. That brain buster. Beautiful work. On the part of Young Lee. On the part of Bryan to Shawn to Young Lee. I'm getting names all confused. Tenshi able to make the save there. And they go for a backbreaker. Get that mess out of here. Shawn going to send Tenshi off on the apron. They're going to bring him back in. I don't think what the heck he brought him out to the apron for. Oh, cool. And the pros, here they are. Great famous, sir. He was ready. He was ready for him. And she with a shot right to the back there. Oh! Now Brian, great boy drop kick to Tenshi and innovative. A little bit of mind games, you may say. I don't think the mind games are going to work here. Ryan needs to get outside the ring. Oh, you caught an arm drag for a different. All right, maybe he'll get the heck up out of the ring. See, now Brian to mess around and got himself hurt. He should have got outside the ring. You got it? Good. Look at Tenshi. Oh, Young Lee started putting in work. Oh, an insert curve to the side of the head. He said, all right, you don't get out. We're going to make you get out. Kick them square in the dome piece. Spin them around and inverted Rana. Inverted Rana, spiking them on his head. That might be a wrap for the Millennium Riders. Oh! We got it too. Young Lee looking really freaking good. Oh, forearm to Sean. Brian's on the outside. Tenshi's on the outside. This is one-on-one here. Bulldog again, this time to Sean. Sean can get it too. Oh, stunner. LP. Stunner by Young Lee. Didn't mean to rhyme that. I just realized that, but all right, cool. Tag is made. Tenshi's back in it. Oh! In the body of the weapon. This crowd here in Albany is loving this one. Oh! Face crusher there. Watch these men work. Into the midsection. German suplex. Now Tenshi got Sean in a world of trouble. Tenshi sending Sean off into the corner. Tag is made. Uh-oh. Heck. Oh, man. What a good grief. And thank goodness that Brian was able to make the save. I think that would have been it right there. Oh. I can think shoulder first into the turnbuckle for his effort. Oh, dropped it right to the chest. I told you, man, they was waiting. They were going to come back and they were going to put in work. They were going to come back. And they were going to show that they are still at the top of their game. This Wade is rolling. This man is in trouble. Young Lee to the top. Inverted Phoenix Splash miss. He usually trying to put people away with that inverted Phoenix Splash. It did not work. Now Sean fighting back. Chop to the chest. Sending Young Lee up and over. Crashing to the outside. Hurricane Rana, baby. Way to work. What a way to work. If you're Sean been having to fight this one solo over the past few minutes here. This Brian is on the outside. Making his way back up to his feet. Oh, excellent drop kick. What a missile drop kick. And now... Oh, here we go. Oh! Pump handle X Factor, down he goes. And now Young Lee is in a heap of trouble. Tenshi, he might want to be ready. He might want to be on standby. Oh man, we've seen him hit this one. Oh! Oh, what the roll? That's effective. He drop kicked the referee. Referee's out now. Referee is out now. But right into Sean. Pump handle. X Factor, down goes Tenshi. Tenshi came in getting the ref out of the equation. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to follow up properly. Sean running into position. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Oh, brain buster. Frog splash. Got him. Brain buster into the frog splash. Crowd is electric. Well, okay. Oh, and they got the win. They got the win. Prop to Brian for diving to the outside just in case. Here's your winner, Sean and Brian Walter, the Millennium Rider. Millennium Rider picking up a great win going into breaking boundaries. And just imagine if they can do it. Can they win the tag team title? I believe they got the capability. They showed it here tonight. They showed it time and time again. But can they beat the experienced team of Wolfpack is the question. What a matchup. Millennium Riders, tag champions right there. Breaking Boundary. You two face off for the tag team title. But I want to alert you of one thing. That Breaking Boundaries is going to be a different ball game than Live On. Because I can assure you right now, knowing how All Out Action and All Out Revolution does things, that stadium's going to be larger. The fans are going to be louder. The lights are going to be brighter. The sun is even probably going to be out. And I can promise you, Millennium Riders, that's the type of pressure that I don't think you're ready for. Because we've been there before. We've been on massive stages. We've competed against some of the best tag teams in pro wrestling history. In fact, the reason you two are facing us right now is because we beat the best tag team that CTP had to offer in K&S. And last year at World Collide, even though we lost, we held our own against British Airways, one of the best tag teams that XTV has had to offer. Who do you have on your resume? You got the Asian Persuasion tonight, that's great. But last time I checked, you lost to Weapons of Mass Destruction. And last time I checked, you beat the Cabal, but the only other teams you beat, where are they now? Because we beaten elite team after elite team after elite team. And Millennium Rider, we don't think you're that elite team. But by all means, you got every chance to prove us wrong at Breaking Boundaries. But if you ask us, I don't think you can. Good luck to you, boys. You're going to need it. Confident words. Very confident words from the tag team champions, and I feel that they are right on a lot of that. Except the fact that, I think Millennium Rider could beat Wolfpack if you ask me. I think they can. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the co-main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing 2 Squad Up from Harlem, New York. Weighing in at 252 pounds, Big Mac. Big Mac, representing Harlem, New York, and representing 2 Squad Up, will be facing the Twisted Disciples, Ace Stone and JH3 at Breaking Boundaries. And given everything that the Twisted Disciples have put 2 Squad Up through with attack, with ominous messages, with warning, with all of that stuff, I think 2 Squad Up finally got sick and tired of it. As a few weeks ago on All Out Action, they showed up and they absolutely laid a full-scale beatdown on Colin Kane. Apparently they trapped him in that locker room and beat the brakes off that dude. So by all means, if you are, if you are the Twisted Disciples, you're looking for that measure of revenge here. And Colin Kane may get a good chance of that here tonight against Big Mac here. Even though I don't think this is going to be a standard hold-for-hold wrestling match, I can promise you that much. Colin Kane and his opponent, representing the Twisted Disciples from the Altar of Society, weighing in at 297 pounds, Colin Kane. Colin Kane is a big, powerful individual. There are a few men that actually beat this man. I think the only person I can say have done that has been Reaper. Only dude I can say that's done that. But Colin Kane has been absolutely destructive. A great asset to the Twisted Disciples. And wait a second, I think Big Mac is just circle around. And he's waiting on him. He's waiting on him. And here we go. I said there wasn't going to be a standard wrestling match, and lo and behold, it looks like I'm right. Who were brawling out here on the floor. The match Bell hasn't even ready to start this one yet. Ooh. Oh, good grief. The vicious overhand chop from Colin Kane. Ooh. And sending Big Mac right into the ring post. And I'm telling you, this is built up to be so personal. It was a simple tournament win on both tournament finals win from both teams that has led to this match here. Ooh, that has led to this animosity at least. And that shot to the rib, sending Big Mac flying over the top rope. Good grief, and I know, if Colin Kane's here, then there's a good chance we got JA3 or Ace Stone not too far behind. This beatdown continues on Big Mac here. Oh, man, face first, right into that turnbuckle. Just a vicious streak. And Colin Kane shining through, and from all accounts, they wanted, from all accounts of this match, every member is banned from ringside, so I guess just to avoid a whole lot of complications on the outside. Oh, let these two big men settle it in their own way. Ooh, stiff back elbow. Big Mac has been unable to get an upper edge here, and the knee right to the spine. Delivered by Colin Kane. Colin Kane making a debut for the Twisted Disciple. Back at AOA next level. Replacing Lucian in their tag match that they were in on that evening. And look at this. That deadlift power slam. That's Big Mac's move. And Colin Kane going to use it against him. That might be a wrap right there. No, it is not. Sending a message. They're also delivering as much pain as humanly possible. Big Mac ahead of his match against Ace Stone and JA3. Oh my! The massive power on display from Colin Kane is enough to jar anyone. He steps in the ring with. Oh, back elbow from Big Mac. Beautiful work. Got to the back, and great counter from Colin Kane, but a great counter from Big Mac as well. And now Big Mac can finally get the ball rolling here, and he does so with a beautiful clothesline. Stomping him out. And now Colin Kane is in a heap of trouble. Never mind, get caught with the elbows. I knew there wasn't going to be some scientific wrestling matchup between these two. Colin Kane got Big Mac by the throat and a point to the gut, flooring him. And both of these men have been giving it their all here. And now trying to take a swing. Oh! That time you were ready for that one. Oh, gee. He has exerted so much energy into just wanting to defeat each other. And so far, though, I would give the majority of this matchup to Colin Kane, admittedly. That's not to dispute Big Mac's ability. That's not to dispute the fact that Big Mac, can't get back in this one. But he has shown his toughness. He has shown his resolve to keep fighting. And in this case, if you are Colin Kane and if you are Big Mac in this situation, this is the moment where you really kind of you got to push yourself, and you got to really come through and represent for your team. And look at it. Oh, man. Big Mac long darting into that ring post. We're at a count of 7. Old men need to make their way back to the ring. And they do. Oh, the midsection again. Big Mac is in a world of trouble. Ooh, take him off into the corner, but Big Mac is kind of getting right back out of it. Oh, got to the midsection, elbow to the back of the neck. This is a fight. I told you there wasn't going to be no standard wrestling, boys. Ooh, right to the chest. Putting down Colin Kane, and Big Mac can really get the ball rolling. Choke. No, Colin Kane counter. Oh, good. Oh, good grief. And Big Mac now rolling to the apron. I mean, trying to get some distance. Oh, and the shoulder tackle sending Big Mac to the outside. And Big Mac has pretty much been overwhelmed by Colin Kane here in this matchup. Oh, dropping him across the barricade now. Oh, no. Colin Kane grabbing the steel steps, and I think this is going past trying to win the match here. This is going past trying to win the match. These two guys are just trying to destroy each other now. Well, at least Colin Kane is. I can't say anything much about Big Mac here, but great counter. Great. Oh, what the world? Big Mac attacked the referee. And you can't sit there and say that wasn't intentional either. Oh, Big Mac got the steel steps now. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, wait. He missed it. He missed it, but he didn't miss that second one. Oh! Jeez. To the top of the head. And Big Mac said, all right, you want to bring the steps involved. You want to get the steps involved. I got you on some steel steps, man. Wow. And Colin Kane trying to collect himself. Big Mac has been through the ringers here in this one. Oh, he put the step right into him. You can't say that wasn't intentional right there. Oh, kicking Colin Kane down, and I think he's admiring his handiwork. And wait a minute, hey, what the heck? Yo, Big Mac's been to the ref to the outside again. Then Mac Stupid do some, oh, man. Stooping to some lows here. Oh, good grief. To brutalize Colin Kane. No. Oh, no. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, a power bomb onto the steel step. Good grief. Oh, no, wait a minute. I think he realizes that he got Colin Kane right where he wants him. I think he feels like he's done enough damage. Choke slam. I think we're seeing Big Mac get a bit dark out here. Colin Kane hasn't moved since the stop with the steel step. Running power slam to Colin Kane. Good grief, bro. Colin Kane may have a broken back now, thanks to Big Mac, who wins despite the underhanded tapping, or in lieu of using underhanded tapping. Here's your winner, Big Mac. Big Mac took me through some dark places, but you can say Colin Kane brought the steps into play. Big Mac was the one that was able to use them first. Still illegal, yes, but he got the win. I don't like how he did it. I really don't, actually. I think Big Mac is way better than that. But bravo, Mac. You got the win. But just because you win tonight doesn't mean you stand a chance at breaking boundaries. That was one-on-one competition. At breaking boundaries, you have to face myself and JH3. Colin is an animal. And the fact that you beat Colin Kane is impressive, but I can promise you, when you step in the ring with us, it's a whole different atmosphere. JB's gonna find that out on All Out Action, because he and I will go one-on-one, and everybody will be banned from ringside. So Big Mac, if you thought all the pain you've been dealt prior was bad, what we do to you at Breaking Boundaries is gonna make everything else look like child's play. Breaking boundaries. We take our number one contender spot for the AOA Tag Team Championship. And you two will fade away. Oh my goodness! Chloe Sharp! We come back from that ominous warning from Ace Stone, and this isn't a warning, this is a straight up message from Chloe. Attacking Ashley Knight ahead of their last woman standing matchup at Breaking Boundary. Good grief. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that may have actually been a 10 count right there. Imagine if Chloe can pull that off at Breaking Boundary. That's a wrap. Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Breaking Boundaries, we are so close to this pay-per-view. It is a joint production of All Out Action and All Out Revolution. So let's run down the card. First on the pre-show, Brian Dexter has an open challenge for the Global Championship. Whether he's 100% by that point to compete, that depends on how he does in the main event next. But Brian Dexter on the pre-show will defend his AOR Global Championship, but the question is, against who? And then the AOA All-Star Championship is on the line on the pre-show, and Austin Wallace facing Destry Tarleton. Austin Wallace cheated and gained the victory over Destry's brother Darren. So is he going to do the exact same thing to Destry at Breaking Boundaries and get his All-Star Championship back? Because he whined, cried, and complained for this match. You might want to make the most of it. And then for the AOR side, once again, the Crew versus the Cabal in a street fight. Now, given that the Crew feels like they got played and toyed around with by Taskmaster for that tag team title shot that they never got, they're looking to get their hands on the Cabal and get it bad. They're going to get them in a street fight. We're going to hear from them later. But, as we just saw, Big Mac picked up a win over Colin Kane, but is that going to mean anything when they face the Twisted Disciple? Because the winning team faces the Black Assassin for the AOA Tag Team title. So is 2 Squad Up going to get the job done, or the Twisted Disciple going to make 2 Squad Up fade away? They haven't done it yet, but can they do it at Breaking Boundaries? And then we heard Wolfpack tell the Millennium Riders how different things are about to be. So can the Millennium Riders rise to the occasion and win the AOR Tag Team Championship? Or can Alexander Spike and Seth Byrne of Wolfpack retain their place at the top of the throne, retain their place at the top of the tag team division? And then on the AOA side of things, Sean Wright versus Adrian Oxley, non-title action. Now, apparently, this coming week on All Out Action, they're going to do a Pick Your Poison. So, are these two guys even going to be at 100%? Because they probably got some devious stuff in mind. But can Sean Wright get a career back on track by getting a victory over Adrian Oxley, the current United States champion? And then for the AOA Women's Championship, Carolyn Amber versus Miss Wilcox. I say this, Miss Wilcox, please have a plan. If not, that championship is gone. But I don't want to dispute the ability of Miss Wilcox. And I also don't want to dispute what she and Carmen are both capable of, and they've been allying against Carolyn here. And then for the AOR Women's Championship, we heard from Gloria how much that Women's Championship meant, and we saw what she did to Carmen. So is Gloria in Carmen's head? Is Gloria going to be able to do what everybody's saying she can't do? Can she beat Carmen? Can she become the Women's Champion? And then we just saw the message sent by Chloe. It's going to be last woman standing. Chloe versus Ashley. These two have such a long-standing rivalry that will come to a head. Last woman standing. Ashley, Chloe, Breaking Boundaries. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be a fight. Fight and a half here. And then for the AOR World Championship, Nate Shields versus Jackson Wade. We saw Top Class Warrior member Brandino tried to attack Nate Shields earlier. That didn't work. We're going to see if Jackson Wade loses. We're going to see if Jackson Wade can beat Brian Dexter and gain momentum toward Breaking Boundaries. But even if he does, Nate Shields is freaking ready for this one. Can he get the job done? And then for the AOA side, AOA World Title on the line in a triple threat match. A2J, Dave, and Max Wolf. Max Wolf and Dave admittedly have both been underestimating A2J. I believe A2J got the capability to be both dudes. But I also don't want to underestimate Dave, even if he doesn't show up to Breaking Boundaries at 100%. But following Breaking Boundaries, it will be the action draft, a 2-night event. The landscape of All Out Action and All Out Revolution will change forever. So who leaves, who stays put, and who's about to win this main event? Breaking Boundaries is going to be off the hook. Stick around, because this is going to be a wild time, bro. Let's get it on. And I'm digging the new theme for Brian Dexter. I'm here for it, yo. Here comes the global champion. One of the most selfless men in this business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your all-out revolution main event, where Brian Dexter wins. RJ Miles' last chance stipulation will be lifted, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 287 pounds, he is the current All-Out Revolution Global Champion, Brian Dexter. Brian Dexter has been one of the fastest rising stars in All Out Revolution. Won the Global Championship, I want to say less than 10 matches in. He's already represented for All Out Revolution in a gauntlet match against CTP. Has been fighting off challenger after challenger for that Global Championship and is willing to give people Global Championship opportunities if need be. But Brian Dexter got himself into this spot as he came out and questioned the morals of Jackson Wade, calling him a punk, calling him a coward for not giving RJ Miles a rematch for that World Championship and even setting that last chance stipulation up in the first place. So Brian Dexter came out here and said, hey, if I can beat, I want a match against you, but if I win, RJ's last chance stipulation is lifted. And talk about being unselfish if you are Brian Dexter, but mind you, as tough as this guy is, well, you're about to face one of the toughest dudes in All Out Revolution right now. And last week, he took on the first ever AOA World Champion. And introducing the opponent, accompanied by top class Warrior members Johnny Evil, Simon Ortiz, and Madison Barnes from Detroit, Michigan. Weighing in at 287 pounds, he is the leader of Top Class Warriors and the current All Out Revolution World Champion, Jackson Wade. Jackson Wade is pretty much flanked with every single member of Top Class Warrior that isn't Brandino. And I was going to say this. Brian Dexter was only able to get this match with Jackson Wade if he faced someone of Jackson Wade's choosing after defending the Global Championship against Brandino. So, Brian Dexter had 2 matches last week against Brandino for the Global title, and then the main event against Monster, who was the first ever AOA World Champion, which Brian lost that matchup. He retained the Global title, but lost against Monster. So, I wonder how healthy Brian Dexter is in the first place going into this matchup, and now seeing that Jackson Wade had practically brought his entire army out here with the exception of Brandino. I really wonder how, first off, if Jackson Wade sees Brian Dexter as a threat. I really wonder that, because he literally brought his whole freaking army out here for this matchup. So I mean, let's see, man. Well, you see the 3 champions right there, draped in gold. Johnny Evil and Simon Ortiz won the AOA Tag Team title back at Onslaught, beating the team of Nate Shields and Dwayne Frost. And Nate Shields and Dwayne Frost have been on the head of Jackson Wade ever since Foreman. And so now, Jackson Wade gets a chance to take out Nate Shields at Breaking Boundaries. But right now, he got to get through Jackson Wade, and right now he has to get through Brian Dexter. I'm sorry. And if he wins this matchup, Brian Dexter wins, RJ gets his shot at the AOR World Champion again, and for the World Championship again. So what a match, what a moment, what a main event this is for Brian Dexter. And ladies and gentlemen, as we get this main event started, I hope you have enjoyed up to this point. Oh! And if you haven't done so already, click the like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell icon. That way you don't miss another upload, especially with the Go Home show for AOA coming up. And then, of course, Breaking Boundaries itself is going to be a banger of a pay-per-view. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's going to be a good show. Bet money it's going to be a good show. Jackson Wade's into driving his shoulder into the rib cage of Brian Dexter. Brian Dexter, you saw him take his eye off the ball earlier in the matchup. And now he's back at it. And as I mentioned before, Brian Dexter faced Monster on the previous AOR episode. That was a bidding of Jackson Wade. Came up short, but looked great in that matchup. And so I wonder, is he ready for someone like a Jackson Wade? And we've seen Jackson Wade run through competition, run through participant after participant, and not been pinned or submitted since winning his All Out Revolution World Championship. You can say he's been on fire since winning that world title. Oh, the clothesline sending. And then Brian Dexter over the top rope. And now look at this, Simon Ortiz picking up Brian Dexter, going to send him right back in the ring for Jackson Wade to continue the attack here. Good grief. I mean, the power on display of Jackson Wade. I mean, Jackson Wade is I mean, what can you really say about this guy? I mean, he's been on top of his game since day one, since arriving here in All Out Revolution, and it took him a good minute. It took him a while to finally, be in that position where he can say he's sitting at the top of his throne, and now he's sitting there, and I don't see a lot of people knocking him off that throne, and that shoulder tackle from Wade pretty early on into this matchup have me worried for the chances of Brian Dexter going forward. He probably thinking, let's get this accordion rack locked in. Let's go to break him. Oh, never mind. Never mind, going to go for something else instead. Referee taking a minute to get down there. I would go ahead and just get down there, but Brian Dexter able to kick out at 2. Right there to the spine by Wade. Wade got Dexter in trouble. This is probably the toughest opponent that Brian Dexter has been in the ring with, at least ever since his arrival. And that's no disrespect to any talent that he's ever faced in this ring, I promise you. He faced RJ Miles, brought it to him. That match ended to be a disqualification thanks to Jackson Wade. Well, here we go. Jackson Wade has been on his A game this matchup as we knew he would be. I'm sure he watched that matchup from earlier tonight involving Nate Shield. Brian Dexter got the knee to the back and going to go ahead and take a shot at Simon Ortiz. Jackson Wade not going to let that slide, and that's going to be the problem for Brian Dexter in this matchup. It's going to be a major problem for Dexter in this matchup. Taking your eye off the prize, taking your eye off your opponent, and allowing him to get the upper edge. Jackson Wade got Brian Dexter in trouble. Oh, Brian Dexter with a couple of back elbows here. Throwing a couple strikes here, trying to turn this one around in his favor. Can he get it done? German suplex. Feeling it, he's in the zone. Dexter is in that zone, boy. Oh, what a punt kick right to the face. And now he's sitting back. Now he's in this position now where he needs to do something. Ooh, counter there from Wade. Brian Dexter was charging in heavy, couldn't get it done. Oh, the counter. Oh, shoulder tackle driving to the outside. This is the first bit of offense we're seeing from Brian Dexter. And now Brian turning around, taking a look at the other member of the Top Class Warriors, but Jackson Wade taking full advantage, and I think he did this on purpose. I think he knew that Brian hadn't been in a position where he had to deal with so many people on the outside, especially guys the caliber of Top Class Warriors here. Oh, and a kick to the midsection. Oh, and a super kick. Johnny Rivers is going to pick him up this time. Simon Ortiz now. I mean, just letting it sink in for Brian Dexter what he's dealing with. I mean, you can tell Dexter's still groggy. And now, Dexter almost got counted out there. Again, taking a glance over at Top Flight Warrior before getting back in the ring. Could have messed around and cost him this matchup, but Jackson Wade right on top of it. Pop up powerbomb, a great counter from Brian Dexter into a Hurricane Rana. Brian Dexter got Jackson Wade in all types of trouble here. Spine buster. Finally getting some offense going, some significant offense going. Not even a 2 count yet on the part of Brian Dexter. He feels like he needs to bring. We got Jackson scurrying to the outside now. Standing in the middle of his crew. Walking around. Top Class Warrior members and now Brian Dexter taking a look at the members again and again Jackson Wade taking full advantage here. I mean, that wasn't necessarily illegal. I mean, yeah, they were kind of a punk move, but it wasn't necessarily illegal. And so it's Brian Dexter needs to stay focused. He needs to keep focused on the guys in the ring with, especially the caliber of Jackson Wade. Talk about Jackson Wade playing the great mental head game by having all 3 of these guys out here. The guys and gals out here. You get my point. Anyway. Shoulder tackle. Dropping Brian Dexter. This might be it for Brian. I mean, after the match with Monster, the damage that he's taken this match, this might be a wrap for Brian Dexter here. No, it isn't. He's kicking out at 2, and Jackson Wade looking a little bit stunned, like, okay, how the heck is this dude kicking out of that? All right, well, Jackson, let's see what you're made of then, partner. Well, I think we already know what he's made of. I think Brian's about to figure that out in like 2 seconds. Did he stand up? Brian not backing down. Jackson isn't backing down either. Great forearm from Brian. Wade trying to throw another strike. Great forearm again from Brian. Going for it for a 3rd time. Gets caught in his own. He caught on his own stuff here. Then to the outside. And Brian Dexter got some evil intentions for Jackson Wade. Gets him up. Powerbomb right on the apron. The powerbomb right on the apron by Brian Dexter to Jackson Wade, and now going to follow up. Attempted to follow up anyway with one on the announce table. It looked like get tossed back in. That finally caught the ref in that exchange. Now Jackson Wade getting the better of the striking exchange here, but Brian Dexter getting back in this one. Sending Wade off the rope, big kick to the gut, up kick. Excellent combination from Brian Dexter. We've seen him hit that combination before, and now Simon Ortiz continuing to be the distraction on the road to success for Brian Dexter. And I think admittedly some of that was Brian Dexter's own doing, but this time, since Simon knows that's a great way to get in Brian's head, he's going to do it right there, allowing Jackson to take it. What the heck is this man? No, again. Goodness. Man. That's it. I mean, he just ate all 3 turnbuckles on the way down. Spear. Brian somehow leaps it. Kick to the gut. Curb stomp connect, baby. And we've seen Brian. No, we're going out to the apron now. Looking at Top Flight Warriors again, but remember where his focus needs to be. Diving foot stomp to the rim of Jackson Wade. 2. So close. That's the closest we've seen Brian get all matchup to putting away Jackson Wade here. I think if Brian can stay focused, he might be all right here. Body slam. Scoop slam. Old school body slam. You get my point. Ryan Dexter now throwing his hands. And now going to throw, look like he's going to throw Jackson Wade. Yeah, he's going to flip him inside out. Ryan Dexter got a golden opportunity right in front of, nope, counter, DDT, flip through, countered with the DDT, down goes Brian Dexter, and now Jackson Wade got a golden, accordion rack, it's locked in, wait a minute, Brian Dexter able to get out of it. Brian studied that move. Bangarang connect. Bangarang connect. Brian has found his focus. He realizes who his target should be and should remain to be during the course of this matchup. And now this is Brian's chance to make a moment, to make a memory for himself. Jackson Wade on the top rope. Look at that release. German suplex. Brian is feeling it. Now he's taunting the top class warrior. That's what I'm talking about. He probably should have stayed focused on Wade. Brian counters though. Here we go. My overhead. Excellent work from Brian Dexter. This is his moment right here. Gonna put this one away. Dude. I think Brian Dexter's going places. I really think Brian Dexter is going places. The performance that he's had tonight. The performance that he had against Monster and just how Brian Dexter had done period up to this point. Up over the top, sending him back to the outside, and now, okay, now this time Jackson Wade said, no, they probably told Johnny Evil, no, I got him, let me get him. Jackson Wade is probably embarrassed, feeling humiliated, that up to this point, man. He was on the roll against Dexter, and now Dexter kind of showed him up a bit, and now gonna take all this anger out. Good grief. Tossed him across the floor, and I think Dexter's head caught the steps on impact. Referee at a count of 9. Jackson makes it back in. I think Dexter caught his head on that step. I mean that. Military press spine, but that's it. Good outing. Well, I mean, what more can you say? Good performance. Great wrestling, but after getting tossed and his head hitting the step, that's it. Spear connect from Jackson Wade. How the heck did he get this shoulder up? How in the world did he get his shoulder up? And to think about it, what RJ said was right. Brian is one of the most least selfish guys I've ever seen in this business. Because Brian could have easily taken the world championship opportunity for himself. But he's fighting like his life depends on it for someone else. Are you kidding me? And he is bringing it to the world champion, showing toughness beyond measures here. But that might have been the last we've seen, or not the last we've seen of Brian Dexter, but the last burst of hope that we may have seen from Brian Dexter, as Jackson Wade has not let up since. Then kick to the midsection. Followed that pop-up powerball. One's going to go for it for the second time. Catches him right there. That belly to belly again. He's been putting that to great use in this crowd in Albany. He's been in for a treat here. Toss him again. This may well be over here. No, we're going to toss him again. Goodness. Good grief. He's ready. I mean, Jackson Wade is ready. Bryan slowly getting back to his feet, man. Bryan first. Rolled him again. Oh, man. Oh, good grief. Jackson is admonishing his handiwork. We might be moments away from this match being over. Oh! Bryan countered again. Bryan was able to counter him again. Somehow, some way. Bryan now. Got him up. Jackhammer. Jackhammer to Jackson Wade. Curb stomp again. Bryan is on a roll. Bryan is rolling. Calling Jackson Wade up to his feet. Is he going to connect? Oh, he got him. Rolled through. Caught him with a senton. And Bryan going to continue. He's staying focused on Wade as he should. Here we go. Oh, that time he caught him with his leg. Didn't connect all of it, but caught enough to take down Jackson. Trying to drag him now. We rarely see Bryan go to the top rope, but hey, desperate time. Call for desperate measures. Oh, double foot stomp right to the midsection again. Bryan Dexter is moments away from making the biggest upset in his entire career. Curb stomp again. This is your chance. This is your chance, Bryan. Got him up over his head. F5, got him. Down goes Jackson. Down goes Jackson. Oh, man. How close was that? Bryan Dexter thought he had this one in the bag. And apparently not. What a matchup between these two individuals. And it's all for someone else championship opportunity. Oh! He's striking to the jaw. Bulldog. He got him. This is a chance. Oh, trying to go for a punt, kick, get counter. Wade catches the boot, catches him with the shoulder tackle. Wade going for that spear. Oh, he leaps it. Bryan leaps it. Off the rope this time. Get popped up in the air. He gets caught. Bryan catches him with the F5. Wade tries to run off the rope with the additional offense. Gets caught once. Gets drilled the second time. The total 3 F5 in the matchup. And Bryan Dexter wins. Bryan Dexter wins, which means RJ Miles gets the challenge. Here's your winner, Bryan Dexter. RJ Miles gets the challenge for the World Championship again. And Bryan Dexter got the biggest win of his freaking career. Congratulations, man. Wow! I am impressed with this kid. I am so impressed with Bryan Dexter. What a performance. What a freaking performance. Jackson Wade is laid out, top class warrior, or at least Madison's heading to the back. And the other members are attending to... Oh my goodness, wow. Well, wait a minute, there's Nate Shields up on the stage. Nate Shields is up there on the stage. And he's bringing the fight to the black and oh, good grief. Johnny Rivers just got dumped head and neck first. And Jackson Wade is coming out here. Sorry, Nate Shields is to the asylum with Johnny Rivers for one spear assignment Ortiz. And that's attempt number 2 Top Class Warriors have had to try to get the jump on Nate Shields, and it failed. And Shields is marching his way down to the ring. Ryan Neckman left to the crowd to celebrate, and there, a prone Jackson Wade. Laid out in defeat, and now Wade's just gonna, he's just grabbing the world title now. I think he's waiting on Wade. I think he's just waiting on Wade here. And if things couldn't go from bad to worse for Jackson Wade, I think it's about to. And Jackson Wade crawling. Probably didn't even see that Nate Shields came out here. And now we see his own championship right in his face. I mean, you want to talk about a collapse in the night of Jackson Wade. This is probably going to go down as one of the worst nights in Jackson Wade's career, to the asylum on the championship. And I think with that, it is crystal clear that Nate Shields is ready for breaking boundaries. Nate Shields is ready to dethrone the tyrant known as Jackson Wade. He is ready to end the reign of terror, you may say, of Jackson Wade. But can he do it? Will he do it? And if he does, what does it mean for a future match with RJ Miles? But that is if. That's only if he can beat Jackson Wade. We will answer that question at Breaking Boundaries. But for now, we say good night from Albany.